Now in this segment we're going to be covering everything to do with this amazing tool called the Artist Paintbrush. Now we're going to be covering, among other things, we're going to be covering the hair type, we're going to be covering brush shapes, and we're also going to be covering the proper cleaning of a brush. So let's get started. Take a look at the anatomy of a brush. Now the first thing I want to take a look at was the handle. Now the handle is one of the most important parts of the brush just because it is has direct contact with your hand. And it really should be a hardwood handle, not some plastic or anything like that. It really should be hardwood and have an enamel or a shellacked coating with it. And depending on the size of the brush, it really should have a type of length to it where it really feels good balanced in your hand. So that's something to watch out for. So sometimes it's really hard to buy them from a catalog without really feeling them. The next part is the ferrule. Now that's really the midsection of the brush. It attaches the fibers as well as the handle, and it really should be solid nickel. You know, there's a lot of different cheap ones out there, but that's a definitely important part of the brush. And at the end of that you can see the crimp. Now that should be double or at least triple crimped, because if not, you're going to get solvent into that crimp and therefore underneath the brush handle, and it's going to crack and really deteriorate the brush real fast if solvent gets into that, and it's going to be a mess real fast. So really look for ones that have a number of double or triple crimped. Next, you can see really the anatomy of the head of the brush, the heel, which is the closest part to the ferrule, the belly, which is the middle, and the tip. And we're going to take a look at some of the different shapes in our next segment. But again, it's really important to invest as much as you can in a brush. I mean, quality does cost money. There's no two ways about it. But if you can, it's going to last, and if you take care of it, it's going to last truly for a lifetime if you really take care of it and clean it properly, etc. So that's the anatomy of a brush. And next, let's take a look at the different shapes of a brush. Next, I wanted to take a look at brush shapes. I'm Doug Farrick, and hopefully you just enjoyed watching that video clip. And for more like this, you can check out a DVD I recently produced called An Introductory Guide to Oil Painting Tools and Supplies. And it has all sorts of chapters with information pertaining to choosing the right oil paints, all the different kinds and choices you have, the different brushes to choose, different hair types, sizes, mediums, what are some of the best, how to create them, the good, bad, and ugly of solvents, information on supports, grounds, easels, time-saving studio accessories, and a whole lot more. So check that out. It's either on Amazon or at dougfarrick.com. And again, the title of the DVD is An Introductory Guide to Oil Painting Tools and Supplies.